want you to breathe me.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a brand new and super exciting video. It is about how to sell on Poshmark for beginners and also how to make extra cash online. All have about $1,000 laying around if we look for it, and I feel the easiest and number one way to get that $1,000 is to actually start selling on Poshmark. I must tell you that this video is in partnership with Poshmark, which I'm so happy about. Poshmark, if you didn't know, it's the leading marketplace to sell and buy fashion. I absolutely love it. I just love how they make it so easy for both the seller and the buyer. It is an absolute dream. So I will leave the link in the description box so you guys can actually download the app. If you are in the USA, Canada, and Australia, you can go ahead and download the app and start selling and then start making that money. It's a great way to make not only extra cash online, and also it's a great way to give some pieces in your wardrobe a new life. It's a great way to clean out your closet. I know how it is for us fashion girls. We love clothes so much, but then again, a closet cannot always retain all the beautiful pieces that we love. And also, wearing a piece a few times, we may want to actually have someone else experience the happiness that we actually got from that piece. And I think a great way to start doing that is to actually start selling on Poshmark. I don't make a living on Poshmark, but I must tell you that I make quite a bit of money selling myself on Poshmark. Maybe it helps that I'm a blogger, but I do find that it really doesn't matter. What matters is the pieces that you are selling, if it's something that's hot and people are looking for, and also how good is the quality of your image, and also the description. So number one tip I would say for selling on Poshmark, I guess it's downloading the app. I do everything on my phone. I do find that that's a lot easier, honestly, than doing it on the computer. So I would say number one thing is download the Poshmark app. Once you get that downloaded, then set up your account, and then we can get started and move on to tip number two. Tip number two, do a closet clean out and just go through your wardrobe and see what you would like for someone else to experience, and maybe some hot item or key items that you would like to sell. And I would say photography is very important. Of course, it helps that I am a photographer and also a blogger, so I do have photos in almost 99% of my outfits, so which makes selling and listing item on Poshmark so easy because I already have outfit photos. But I would say on top of you having a picture of you in that outfit, I would say it's probably good to just have the item on a hanger and actually show a picture so the person can visualize what the item looks like, and also give them an idea on how to wear it. So I think that's the number one thing for me that works. It's not only for me personally. If I see how someone's styling an item, I am more inclined to purchase it because they've already given me an idea on how to style it, rather than me just seeing like the piece of clothes on a hanger. You guys know, seeing a piece of clothes on a hanger does not make us want to buy it instantly, but if you see it on someone, it's just so much easier for you to just have an idea on how to style it. So my second number one tip I would say for selling on Poshmark is to make sure you actually take a picture of your outfit, of the item that you are listing on Poshmark. So you can actually get a little tripod like this, and you can just use your phone and a timer to just take a picture of you and that piece that you would like to sell. And then so you can list it, and then also, like I said, in addition, just make sure you can have the hanger. But I haven't had to, with all the listing that I've done, 99% of it has been pictures of me in the outfit, unless it's a makeup item. Yes, you can find some home items, some beauty, skincare. Obviously, make sure you are selling stuff that has not been opened yet. I've sold my Naked palette from Urban Decay. You guys know how popular this Naked palette were back in the day, back in the blogging days. So they were just like sitting around. I was not using them, so I ended up selling them. I've sold my Gucci Soho disco bag on Poshmark. And the good thing about selling on Poshmark, if an item is over $500, it gets sent to the authentication center, so that protects you as a buyer. So they just to make sure that what you're buying is actually authentic, and then they ship it to you, which I think is just so fantastic. And also, as a seller, you have about 5 days to mail your item, but I would say try to mail your item on that same day or within a couple of days of you having a sale. I think it's very, very important, because we all know what it's like when you order something, you just want to get it ASPCA. So make sure that when you are a seller that you are shipping your item. That was one of my number one priority when selling on Poshmark, is to actually make sure that I get the items out as soon as I sell them. I just package them. So tip number 3, I think, so I would say have your whatever item you are selling, have them lined up in a clothes rack, so that way you can visualize it is there for you. And then also I would say just buy the little plastic wrappers. You can find them on Amazon or Staples. I actually buy a bunch of those plastic bags. So that way, as soon as it's sold, I just kind of like download the shipping label, I print it out, and then I can just mail it just like instantly. I package it. So that's my number 3 tip for selling on Poshmark. But I'm gonna take it a step further. Number 4th, I don't know, maybe 5th tip that I would say is this is something that's a little bit, I don't know, maybe that's a little bit much, but me personally, I love having a personal touch when it comes to selling my stuff. So what I would do is I would have some perfume that I spray the item before I mail it to the person who's buying it, to just make sure that I give them that a nice experience when they open the package. I also always have thank you notes, so I always write a thank you note whenever someone buys something from me. I always say thank you for your purchase, I hope you enjoyed this item as much as I did, and then I'll just put Xoxo Rose. So I think it's just a nice little touch to add. And I don't know, I just love a written note, so I thought that by adding that, it just gives the seller the really, really nice experience. Now, tip number 5, pricing. In terms of pricing, again, that's a personal thing. Me personally, I try to price my item about like 70% off, unless it's a hot item like stud. Stud is pretty hot, like in terms of resale. So you can resell your stud items for pretty good money based on how much you sell them, like sleeper dresses. There are certain brands that you can actually sell the item for the same price for it, but me personally, I just don't feel right doing that. I am very fair in terms of my pricing. So in terms of pricing, I ask myself, how much would I buy this item if I was buying it secondhand from someone? So I price the item based on that. Again, unless it's a hot item, then you can price it at at a better pricing, like 50% or 75% of what you purchase for it. But me, I try to do the reverse. I try to list my item around 70% off or 75% off, because like I said, I want to be fair to the person who's buying those items. Tip number 5. So what I typically do is I Google the item that I am selling. So I just kind of like copy the brand description just the way it is on the website and actually list it as that, which makes it so easy, because if someone else is looking for that, it's going to pop up on search item. So Poshmark will be one of the things that pops up if someone is actually looking for that item. So if you're looking for some sleeper dress and I list a sleeper dress on Poshmark, it will probably come up on Google. Or if that item is already sold out and you still have it listed on Poshmark, it will come up. It will be one of the first search on Google. So I would say your keyword is very, very important to selling item on Poshmark. So be sure you Google the item if you can actually remember, find my receipt. and look at the description. I will search it, and then I will copy that description and add it on the Poshmark description as a title, and then I will add more things in the description. And also, I must say, it's important to note that to be very honest about the condition of the item, because you don't want the person who's buying it to be so excited about something and then they receive the item and then it's not as, maybe there's a rip, or like the thread is coming through. So whatever it is that's apparent about the item, be sure to list that as like a tiny hole here, or like a thread, or like it's missing a button or something like that. So be sure you are super honest with the item. If a button is missing, list it. Make sure you add that in the description so they know a button is missing. If a thread is coming, or if the hem is coming undone, be sure to list that. Number 6, for selling on Poshmark and making extra cash on the side, I would say perhaps wash your item or dry clean it before you sell it, or maybe that is something you can include in the description, that this item may need a wash. But it's always better when you actually do that work and actually wash the item, steam it, or actually take it to the dry cleaner, so that way you're giving that person a really nice experience by having a clean item, something that smells fresh, that smells good, and also that looks good, that they are purchasing. You are making their experience super fancy. I mean, again, it doesn't need to be fancy, but you get what I know. Another thing that you may not know, buyers can actually add things in a bundle, which is perfect. So instead of you mailing 2 items separately and wasting 2 plastic bags and wasting kind of like printing out 2 labels, so you can have the seller put things in a bundle. You can bundle it and just make that one purchase, so that way you actually just ship everything together. And then also, sellers have the option to counter offer based on what you're selling. So if you list something for $50 and I feel like this item I am willing to pay $35, so I can counter offer $35. Again, it's up to you if you want to accept it straight away, but if you feel like the item is more valuable, it's in good condition, you can always counter offer again to the seller. You can say, I won't accept 35, but I can do 45, or I can do 40. So you'll counter offer, and then it's up to them to accept it. But for me personally, I've accepted most of the offers that I've gotten, because I'm just happy for someone else to really experience the item, because I don't know, once I've already worn something, I'm pretty okay with most of the prices that someone would offer. Then you can go ahead and do that. Like I said, Poshmark makes it so easy, because you can do everything from your phone through the app. You do not have to just do anything elaborate. You don't have to use your computer if you don't want to. As soon as you make a sale, it comes up on the news tab. It says congratulations, you sold whatever, and then if you click on that, you can download the printing label and then print it. Because I had my phone hooked up to my scanner, to my printer, so I could just do it from there. I didn't have to do it on a laptop or anything like that. And then also, you have the option of printing the description of the item, which makes it feel so official. So I used to always do that. So I would also print the description of the item, and then I will just check it, and then I will include that with the thank you note in the bag, and just makes it so easy for the person who's receiving it. I believe that's all the tips that I have to how to sell on Poshmark for beginners. I must also tell you, once an item is sold, that the money is transferred over. It's going to be in your balance area, so it's going to be pending. So until the seller receives the item and accept the purchase, then that's when that money will be released into your account. So what I do is I just added my banking information. Once the purchase has been released, I get my money, and then I can just transfer it to my bank, and within a day I have the money in my bank account, which is super easy, straightforward, again, super easy. But if the person doesn't accept the purchase right away for whatever reason. Maybe the person is out of town, maybe I ordered something and then I'm traveling, I won't be there for the next 3 days, then Poshmark give the buyer 3 days. If within 3 days of them receiving the item, because it's going to check that it's been delivered, then automatically in 72 hours or 3 days, it's going to release the money to you. So you don't have to worry about someone never accepting the purchase, because after 3 days of them not accepting it, or if they're out of town for whatever reason that it may be, automatically the purchase get released as long as it's been delivered. You know, I've been selling on Poshmark since 2018. I've sold so many of my beloved items on here that I thought that someone else would enjoy. So yes, I believe that's all the tips that I have on selling on Poshmark. Again, they make it so easy. It's the leading place to sell things, to be quite honest. Like, you won't have to think about it. It just makes it so easy. Absolutely love it. I've sold a lot of my high-end, high-ticket items on here, like my Gucci's, Chanel's. I've sold so many things on here. So if you're trying to make extra cash in 2021, especially now we are entering fall, a new season, if you are trying to Marie Kondo your wardrobe, your closet, I would say it's a great way to actually make money online by just downloading the Poshmark app and start listing stuff and start selling. I hope these tips were helpful in helping you setting up a Poshmark account and start selling online and start making money. Again, I don't do this full time, but you can. It is something that you can look into. Maybe get your feet wet and see how it is, and then just go from there. I don't do it for a living, but I made, you know, extra cash selling on stuff in here. In July, August, before my big move, I think I made close to $3,000 selling on Poshmark. Yes, you can make money selling on Poshmark, because I am pretty sure you have some stuff that is lying around that someone else can actually be enjoying right now, that someone is actually looking for. So I would say go through your closet, check to see what is it that you are not wearing anymore. Maybe you fall out of love with that item, or maybe it's an item that, you know, you've worn and you want someone else to have a taste for it. And also sometimes there are certain occasions that we don't necessarily want to invest full price in an item, like to go to a wedding, because it may be another dress that you're probably going to be wearing one time. And Poshmark, it's a great place to actually sell those items that maybe you purchased for like that special occasion, and then maybe that could be someone else's special occasion item as well. So think about that. Start selling on Poshmark. Download the app. It's going to be in the description box below. Be sure to download it and start selling and start making extra cash online. And then of course I am going to be showing you some of the items that are right now listed on my Poshmark. Go ahead and shop my closet, guys. And yes, thank you again so much for watching this video. I will catch you in my next one. Bye bye. And thank you Poshmark for sponsoring today's video.